Alrighty. Excuse the dogs. I had to lock them up in my room. They're probably going to be barking. They want to come out, but I ain't letting them out till I'm done. So we have a fella that sent in 16 Toshibas, he said. He wants to trade some HGs. So we're going to see what type of health these are in and see if he gets to win himself 32. This will be the biggest trade yet that I've done, period, since I've been doing this. And I've been doing this for about a year. Just word of mouth type stuff. I haven't went public to her recently. Alright. He's already got them pre-marked. This is kind of fun to do this and see, oh, we got some 2290s also. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, with two 2290s. So, cool. Cool, I didn't know you sent 2290s. It's neat. And you got some tape on to hold them onto this piece of paper. If I'd have known this, I would have got these up before I started recording, but it's not that big of a deal. Wow, he's got 50 written on this one. Nice. You can tell this one right here has had some age to it. That's what a Toshiba looks like when it's definitely has been used to talk around the world. I'm finishing up a video.
Did I mess you up?
No, you're fine. People know my real name out there. Or my middle name.
I was just going to ask you about Peacock. Because they got a game on there I want to watch tonight. Do we still have it?
No, but you can subscribe to it.
Okay, well, when you get a minute, come help me with it. Because I want to watch it. It's supposed to be in sub-zero weather. Yeah, he's still here.
17 wrote on the bottom of this one, but it's got 45 written on the paper. Dang, that one's faded bad. You can't even tell what it is. Now that does come in part to health. I haven't really thought about it much, but if I get a transistor in here and I can't read what it is at all, it's not exactly a good thing. It's going to, I mean, some people may not care, but we'll figure it out, man. We'll figure it out. What Danny's calling me. Can't answer why I'm doing the video. This is going to take a minute. I may need to do this and come back. And I don't think I'm going to be able to test these with my jig right here. Man, let me tell him I'm in the middle of a video. Oh, excuse me for a second. Alright, we have moved out here. Let me wipe off my screen here. Because once I saw that the top came off of one of the transistors, literally by just pulling the scotch tape off that you had put on there, that did worry me. That did worry me. So also, after looking at the transistors, I noticed that a lot of them had a lot of solder still on the leads, and they had a lot of heatsink compound. And oh my God, we're here about 3 hours later, by the way. I'd say at least 75% of them between the trying to see if I can get this to zoom in. Between the bottom heatsink and the bottom insulator cap, you see how there's a a space. You know, that space is there for a reason. You don't want that space obstructed by anything. You want air to be able to get down there to that space. Well, like I said, about 75% of these transistors were caked with heatsink compound. So a lot of people don't know that putting too much heatsink compound is actually a bad thing, because then you get to holding in heat. Once you get to holding in heat, the transistor gets hotter. Transistor gets hotter, the glue starts to change color. The glue starts to change color, it becomes weaker. It becomes weaker, that happens. When I first started building, I didn't know. I thought, shoot, more white stuff the better. More white stuff the better. I didn't know any better. Now I understand you want just enough to cover the bottom. If you can see that stuff being squished out to the left and right, you put too much on there. Especially if you see it being squished up the hole up to your peel. But anyway, that's about my best way I've found out to get the solder off of the leads. I used to just put the iron on there and just kind of level it out, make it even. But I like to go through with a flat pliers like this. I don't know what you call these pliers, I can't remember. And flatten each lead and straighten them up, because you want them that way when you go to install them. You want them flat, so when you bend them down, that you have a good, good enough contact. And I'm gonna tell you, bud, I was really worried that a couple more of these caps were gonna be coming off as I did this, and no more came off. No more came off. So where we're sitting at, since you got two 2290s in here, those two 2290s can take care of that. So you still can get 32 as long as all the HFE of these are good. Now there's a couple of transistors here, man, I'm not too happy with, like this one. I mean, it's gotten so hot that you can't even see the lettering on it hardly. Which doesn't matter. The main thing is where the HFE is at. That's the main thing. And there's a few like that are faded pretty good. Here's another one right here. And sometimes those could be faded too, where people have used a cleaning solution to try to clean them. But let's go ahead and get through this. I was going to try to keep them equal with what you had on the paper there, but it was just too hard to do that. I know it'd be fun to use it for reference, just to see what an Atlas, which is the best device you can use for doing what we're doing here. Not the best device to get a total accurate HFE of devices like this. The curve tracer is the best use for that, but I know these aren't the cheapest things in the world, and people do like to use different devices. I didn't bring my tripod out here, so we're just going to try to do this in one. Now I should be able to read all these with my jig here that my good buddy Tech 9 made for me. I was looking up there to see where my old one was at, show y'all how ugly that, there it is. Here's the one I was using. Tech 9 saw it and he felt bad for me. Look, one of them's even done come up. He felt bad for me. And he showed me a picture of one he made, and I'm like, ooh, that's nice. This is makes it a lot easier. First transistor. All right, we have a 25. No leaking. No leakage. And what's written on the bottom of that looks like 55. Or I guess it could be a 25. I'm not going to write down. I'll write it down if it's low or something. Because I'll retest these. I'm going to clean them more with some acetone and cleaning solution and get all the flux off of them later and get ready for resale. Or get ready to use them. One of the two. 35. Zero leak. Another 28.79. You're up to 4 HGs now. We'll let that pile right there be the good pile. 35. Zero leak. $16. 16. We're going to put that one over here for now. All right. There's a 28.79. $9. Test it one more time. 9. No leak. All right. Yeah, it looks like the tester you were using gives you a little bit on the high end. $22. Zero leak. 22. $29. Come on down. B29. We're playing Toshiba, y'all. Instead of saying bingo, you gotta say Toshiba. That would be kind of fun, wouldn't it? I know my hand's moving a lot here. I'm sorry. Let me get through this video here. Zero leak. Gosh, it's so much faster than trying to hook these leads up. Ooh, a 5. That's low. That's low. And I think I've looked at all of them to make sure there wasn't any fakes in here. Let me look at this one. Yeah, this right here is low. That's about the only good thing that'd be good for is a driver or something. It's real. It's just near the end of its life. $24. Zero leaks. Now actually, I'm trying to think of what we're going to do about those over there. Ooh, God, another low one. 5. Zero leak. I think what we'll end up doing, $23. Zero leak. I think what we'll end up doing is probably just doing a transistor per pill is what we'll probably end up doing. Alright, we're about done. 23. So we ain't got any super high gain ones, but they're still above the threshold I'm okay with doing 2 HGs per transistor. I'm still okay with that. It's a good dang deal, ain't it? Trading something that's used for something like that. As long as I can turn a profit, I'll keep offering it. As long as I can turn a profit. Like I said, I ain't gonna one of these guys gonna be selling these things for $100 a dang piece being used. It's just insane. There's guys out there doing it. I mean, I've done it myself a couple of years ago. I was riding that train for a little bit because the used Toshibas I got, I had to pay a good bit for them, so that I had to sell them for that if I was gonna make anything off of them. But I'm done with that. All right, we're down to the two 2290s. Now, even if these are good, I'm putting them in this pile because they'll still be equal 1 Hg per transistor. Oh God, it's a 9. Yep, I'm about to make a third pile since that's a 2290. At least they're not leaking. At least they're not leaking. Yep, that's not where it needs to be. So let's see what this one is. So if this one's low like that, it is. Since this one's low like that, then all I can do is trade both of these for one. I'll write that down right here just so you can see it. So other people can have an idea too. What does that say? R shunt? I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before. R shunt? 14,000 ohms? What the heck? Let me look at this one. I've never seen that on here before. Yeah, see, like, this didn't show that. It leaked, and then there's nothing in between that and protection diode. That's weird. That is really weird. Uh-oh. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? That's why this is not a 2290. Somebody has glued this cap on here. Look, this is a PNP BJT. So basically what that's trying to say is, with it being a PNP, I'm going to check it too, my diode meter. This right here is the collector on the bottom, and this right here is the base. I'm glad I noticed that. It says this right here is a PNP. I'm kind of looking at that glue, and it almost does look like, yeah, that's not factory glue. That don't look nothing like factory glue. Sometimes the glue can get discolored, but this says this is a PNP. This is not a Toshiba 2290. Look at that. PNP Silicon BJT. Wow. Yeah, I won't be able to do anything with that one. Just put that right there. That is weird. And it sucks about the tops falling off like that. But we test them a lot, and no matter what you do, the transistor's never the same. Supposedly these tops are put on these transistors in an oxygen-free environment, and once the top pops off, it's no use even trying. I've tried gluing them on before, and the transistors just never would last. It's literally just worth giving up on it. The transistors would never last. They would change. The characteristics of them would change. I mean, I hate it too. I really do hate it. All right, let's tally this up. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm counting all of them total too. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I thought you sent just 16. I guess you sent 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I don't know. I'll have to go look at the video. I thought you were just sending 16, but maybe what it is, you sent 16 Toshibas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. Top fell off. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this right here. These are ones I can't do nothing with. You got 4 right there. Those are only gonna be good for one each. So right here you're looking at 20 HG 2879s. I believe that's right, correct? 2 per transistor, because they're at least, you know, 18 plus up HFE. So you'll get 20 HG 2879s right there. You'll get 4 for these. And I don't know about this one. It's a low HFE. I just to be nice, man, I'll just add it in that pile. Do 5. So that'd be a total of 25. And this is something I do need to think about in the future. Which I'll talk, I'm not worried about it with this, but I'm gonna talk about it in future videos. Try to get everybody, if you possibly can, clean up the transistors for me before you send them to me, if you can. As in, at least clean the white junk off of it. If you can. I know, you know, if you can't, I understand, but if you can, because it does take a little bit of time to get all that stuff off. It really does. But I hope you're still happy, bud, with what you are able to get. And I think I'll be think it'll work out good for both of us. I'll get these cleaned up. I mean, you only got like 3 of these that are light colored like that. The others are fine. But, you know, used transistors, they use transistor. When anybody gets them, they know they're used. And also, you know, sometimes I get too tied up on the way something looks. What matters is the way something works, as long as it works good. So, alright, that's it. If anybody out there has any Toshibas that you would like to trade in for HGs, just give me a holler. As long as I'm not getting too built up on these, I'll tell you to send them on. And this is the way I'm going to do it. If the HFE is within a good number, I'll give you 2 2879s. 2 HG, 2 brand new HG 2879s per Toshiba. If they're on the lower end scale, I'll do 1 for 1. That's all I can do. Because I'll have to sell these for cheaper. That's the way I'll have to be able to, that's the way it'll be able to work. To me, honestly, I mean, you can still put these in a 2-pill just fine, no problem. Me personally, I like using transistors like this for a driver section, like a 1 transistor section. All right, let me get on off here. 73, everybody. Old Gatekeeper out here around the northeast end of Big GA. Bye-bye.